Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the second part of my declutter. This is going to be base products and cheek products, so I have everything out right here. This is also my products right there, but I won't go through them in this video, I think. And same as yesterday, I'm honestly not sure how much I'm going to get rid of here. I think I might even get rid of less in these categories than I did in my lip products, just because base products I feel like I'm in a good place with. And I don't think I need to declutter too much. I feel I can get it through the rest of it in the next coming years. And with cheek products, I'm honestly quite attached to a lot of my blushes and stuff like that, which makes me feel like I don't know if I'm going to declutter anything just because I'm not sure if I'm ready. And I've done quite big blush declutters in the past, even though blushes is quite a category that I need to focus on. I'm not sure if I'm going to get rid of anything. So this might be a very, very much of a fail of a declutter, but I still wanted to go through this collection anyway with you and just talk you through my thoughts. So I'm going to jump into it now, but before I do so, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. Alright, so I'm going to start with base products in this pile right here because again, I don't think I'm going to get rid of too much. We have a couple foundations. This is my MAC Face and Body and my Laura Mercier. I love the Face and Body. I don't love the Laura Mercier. However, it is like the light foundation that I have currently in my collection. I don't really have anything else apart from, I do have a light actually MAC Face and Body, which isn't here, it's in my everyday makeup drawer. But these two I'm going to keep, same with the other MAC Face and Body as well. This setting spray I'm going to try to pan next year, so that's going to go but not through declutter. I also, by the way, have another setting spray. I just realized that it's also not here. It's also in my everyday makeup bag. That is my what's it called, Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I have a makeup bag packed for Christmas and that has a lot of stuff in it. We do have this setting powder right here from Say. This is one that I am not really sure I like. This might be one that I can like declutter in the future, but it's relatively new to me and I haven't really played around with it much. This is the Airset Radiant Loose Setting Powder in Translucent. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold on to it for now, but it's definitely one that I am not sure I love. Also I do have the Huda Beauty setting powder as well in that same makeup bag, so that's not here either. Anything that I have in my kind of everyday stash is currently not here because I have that makeup bag packed, but that's okay, I don't need to declare that anyway. We have a couple LYS products. This is a blush actually, so let's put that with the blushes. I'm not going to go through that quite yet. We do have, I guess, a bronzer. Yes, a bronzer as well. I'm not going to go through that yet either. And then we have the powder right here. So this here is a powder that, again, I'm a bit torn about because it is one that is a little bit lighter than some of my other powders, but it's very yellow toned. So it's not the easiest for me to wear. Especially when I'm pale. However, it's good for when I have, how much is in here? 6.5 grams. It is good for when I have like a tan and I want to make my foundation a bit more yellow. However, that is a very specific use. And I don't think I'm going to get too pan in this one this year. Is this one that I can get rid of? I wanted to play around with this one to see how I like the formula. But maybe I'll reach for it a couple times more to see how I like the formula if I want to repurchase it. But I think otherwise this is the one that I'm actually going to let go of, which is surprising to me. Alright, so what else is in here? Hamish Glow Base. I'm going to pan next year. We have, this is actually new from my advent calendar. I haven't added it into my advent inventory yet. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Hue Drops. And we also have the regular drops. Those are going to stay, all of those primers. We have my Cloud Set Kosas Cloud Set powder in Comfy, which is another powder that is actually a little bit too deep for me. It's impossible to open this packaging. It's so hard. People complain about this packaging all the time. But this is another one that is a bit too deep for me. However, this is definitely one that I think I want to pan because I really like the formula of this. And I think since it's not so yellow toned, it might be good for a summer powder for me. And then I would definitely feel like I want to purchase a lighter powder version of this in the future because I do like this powder. We have my Born This Way concealer, which is way too dark for me. I was trying to get through this on thinking as a mixer, but I do think I have too many like dark foundations as is, so I don't think I need this as a mixer. Only thing would be if I have too light of concealers, but again, I don't think I'll need to hold on to this. This is another thing that can declutter. Both of those, by the way, declutters were passed down to me from my friend, and she has a dark complexion to me, so I think that's why. But yeah, I played around with them and I don't think it's gonna work for me. This is another declutter that she passed on to me, but I love this product. This is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I love this one in the summer as like a light base. I think I also want to purchase a lighter version of this, but for now I'm gonna definitely hold on to this darker one. And then what else is in here? We have some like primer samples. We have this primer from Say. This is the Star Glow Glowy Super Gel. I'm gonna hold on to that too. We have my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. Gonna hold on to that. And then we have this one, which is my Monoskin Perfecting Tint SPF 15 in medium, which is quite deep for me as well. It's another kind of summer product. That's another one that I'm thinking maybe I should declutter, but I think I'm gonna hold on to it for now. I thought this was one that I'm going to hold on to, but I think I actually might declutter this one just because I have so many other foundations that are a bit too deep for me and I'd rather pan other things. So this one is another one that I'm going to declutter. That one can go, and I think the rest in here can stay. So that is the first drawer done. And I actually got rid of 3 things I didn't expect to get rid of, so I'm happy with that. We have my 2 Charlotte Tilbury bronzers. This is the fair shade and the medium shade. Hold on to both of these. I unfortunately actually dropped this compact, so it has a little bit of an indent here, but it's fine. It's not cracked or anything, so it's just being hosted here. But that is the fair version, and then I bought a medium because this is very, very light. But I'm going to hold on to both of these bronzers. Let's do this container here next. Hopefully, yeah, that's in frame. So in here we have mainly highlighters. These are my Kaleidos highlighters, and then we have a couple other things. So first up we have my Glowish blush, which is relatively new. I like this one. This one can stay. We do have a highlighter here from Cleona. This is the Fruit Lighter in the shade Tropical. This is like a multi-chrome highlighter. It's super stunning. I'm gonna hold on to that. To be honest, I think in most in here I'm going to hold on to. We have my Pat McGrath Under Eye Setting Powder in light. Going to hold on to that. We have my favorite highlighter. This is the Rare Beauty Accelerate Highlighter. Love, love, love this one. This one is going to stay. And then with my Kaleidos highlighter, I think they're all going to stay as well. My Kona Quan Sculpting Powder is one that I've been debating back and forth with, but I'm going to put this in my to pan for next year, so that's what this one is going to go. We have a backup of the, what's it called? I have a backup of the Becca Under Eye Corrector. That one is going to stay. I love that product. I have one and I'm going to pan next year, and then this is my last backup. We also have 2 of the brow freezes. I don't know if I love that product, but I'm going to hold on to them for now because I feel like they're useful for brow setting. So everything in here I think is going to stay. Then we have this last container. So let's start here. We have again the LYS bronzer. I think I'm going to pan this one next year, so this one is going to stay, again being panned though. Then we have that blush, which I do really like actually. It's a little bit of a deeper blush, but it's also quite unique to me and I do like it even though it's a cream. This one is the Higher Standard blush in Confident, so this one again is going to stay. Again, I don't know how much I'm going to get rid of here, but I'm going to try. We also have my highlighter from Laura Mercier. This one is in the shade Highlight 01. Really like that one. That's going to stay. Blush that is quite old to me and I just cannot seem to get rid of is my Bobbi Brown Shimmer Bricks. This one has a lot of product in it. It has 10.3 grams of blush, but I just love the look of this even though I rarely wear it, but I'm going to hold on to it. You know what? I was thinking about this one again. I do like this one, like I said. I'm going to swatch it. I do like it. However, I think this is a blush my mom would love. And I just never reach for this one. I need to be honest with myself, and it's quite old. And I think this is something like, again, my mom would wear every single day because she loves like these kind of glowy, shimmery blushes. So I feel like she would love this one. It's quite nice. I do pass on a lot of makeup to her. Am I going to get rid of this one? I think I might. I'm going to do it finally. I'm going to get rid of the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Bricks, which shocks me immensely. But I'm going to do it. So this one is going to go. Alright, so in here, again, that is surprising to me, but we're going to go through these. Here we have my sleek blushes. These are both going to stay. We have my Bloom blush from Natasha Denona going to stay. We have these 2, which I absolutely love. These are my Clinique blushes in Peach Pop and Plum Pop. Going to keep those as well. They're on my potential to pan list this year, but I don't think I'm going to pan them quite this year, but I'm going to get to them eventually. Then we have here my blush from Benefit. This is the California blush. It's a super vibrant blush, but I'm going to hold on to it. We have my Wild Honey blush, going to keep. I love these two from Benefit. We have Gold Rush and Rocketeur. Love, love, love. And then we have our remaining NARS blushes. I think we have Gina, Luster, Taj Mahal, and then we have a Mini Orgasm. Those are all going to stay. Really, really love that formula, even though they are quite old. I just realized I have an old blush here that I actually already decluttered. This one, it was one that I tried to pan this year, but I decluttered, but I've kept in here because I want to give it to my mom, and I haven't seen her. Well, I have flown to Sweden, but I'm going to probably pass this one on as well to her when she comes. So this one is technically already decluttered for my collection, but I'm going to give that to her as well when she's here. Yeah, I just noticed that right now. I do also think I have a lipstick here in the same situation, so that's also gone already. It's just been stored in here. However, let's move on to the rest of this here. We do have my blush. This is another one that I've been trying to pan this year. This is the Max Factor blush in Gorgeous Berries. I have done a great job at wearing this one down. However, I just don't love this blush. It's too pigmented. It's too purpley plummy on me. And I've been working on it and it's been fine. I've been mixing it with lighter things to sheer it out. However, I have so many other beautiful blushes that I love that I think it's time to let this one go. I don't want to spend like 3-4 months next year panning this one. I'd rather just move on to something else. So this one I'm gonna get rid of as well. Okay, so here we have my Frat Boy blush. This is another one that I'm potentially going to pan. I think that's one of the top ones I'm leaning towards right now to pan for next year. We have my Colourpop blush that I got from my friend. It's just like a light peachy color. Then we have my duo from Cover FX, which I absolutely love. This one here is in the shade Pink Dahlia. Super, super beautiful. I love that combination, like that duo. And we have a highlighting stick here from Rowan. This is the Row Glow stick in Glazed. I don't wear this one very often, but I do sometimes like a highlighter stick, especially in summer. So I'm going to hold on to this one and see how I like it this next summer. And then I will reevaluate next year. We have my two Charlotte Tilbury blushes. Love these two. We have this with a beauty blush stick, which probably isn't my favorite, but I'm going to hold on to it for now because it's relatively new and I want to play with it more before I make a decision. Then we have my favorite Mauve blush, which is from Pat McGrath. This one is the shade Divine Rose. Absolutely love that one. I got it also from my friend, but I really love it. Then we have this one, which is another one from my advent calendar. It's really new. This is the Say Glow Sculpt Multi-Use Cream Highlighting Blush in the shade Mauve Glow. Haven't tried that one on my cheeks yet, but I'm excited to do so because it looks beautiful in the swatch. We have my absolute favorite blush here from MAC. This is the shade Fairly Precious. Absolutely love this one. Definitely going to hold on to it. It's one of my favorites, especially in summer. It just makes me look so glowy. We have my highlighter here from Becca. This one is in Moon Glow. And I also have the shade Champagne Pop, but that is in my Christmas makeup bag again. But yeah, going to hold on to this one. Well, I'm going to hold on to both of them actually. And then here we actually have another NARS blush. This is the mini blush in Ghoul. This one is another like purpley blush, but this one is a little bit lighter than that shade. I think at least. Let me swatch these two. Okay, so yeah, there you have those two blushes. This is the Max Factor one. This is the NARS one, and that is definitely lighter. So I feel like I would like that way more. It's a similar effect, but it's not as intense. So I think that's going to be the right choice to keep this one. And then in case like I want that type of look, but then again, obviously this one is going. So moving on, we have this section here next. We have my Melt blush. This is a cream blush as well in Cali Dream. I do really like this one. I had this one in a project to try to use 10 times and I did enjoy it. It wasn't my favorite, but I'm going to hold on to it. It's a unique tone for me. Then we have my Milk Makeup Bronze Stick. This is definitely one that is quite old, but I'm going to try to get as much use out of this one as I can next summer and then see where it stands. I'll probably have to declutter it and then potentially buy a new one in the future because I do really like that product. This here's a nail glue, should not be there. But then we have this one, which is probably one of my favorite bronzers. It's the Urban Decay Beach Bronzer. Definitely going to hold on to that. And then we have my NARS. This is technically a blush, but I put it into my highlight section, I believe. This is the shade Free Soul. It's just like a pink toned kind of highlighting blush. But yeah, it's a bit too light for me and too glowy to wear for as a blush. So I put it into my highlight section. And that is that one right there. So that is this whole section done. Next up we have my Natasha Denona Bronze and Glow Mini. I haven't used this one, it's brand new, but I'm going to hold on to that. And then I believe the rest here is eyeshadow, which means that I'm not going to tackle it in this video. Actually, maybe I should, but I don't think I'm going to get rid of anything here. So I'm not going to go through it in my eyeshadow palette videos. Maybe I should just go through my single shadows now, like my separate single shadows. And I think this is one that I've been trying to like put into my 2-pan palette for 2 years now, but I haven't done that. That is the Stila Glitter and Glow in Caesar, and it's a beautiful like pink to blue kind of duochrome shade, and I just haven't gotten to it. It is stunning, but I don't think I'm going to pan it next year because I have too many other things that I want to focus on for eyeshadows. But it's a beautiful shade. Oh, that's not swatching very nicely. It's very dry now. But yeah, it's a beautiful shade. However, I feel like I have single shadows similar to that is even more intense. And I feel like if I put this in a project, I would probably use it mainly on my nails, which is not a reason to keep an eyeshadow. So I think this eyeshadow here can also go. We have my Burberry eyeshadow in the shade Pale Barley, which is a beautiful like light kind of sandy shade. This is one that I held on to see how I liked it, but I haven't used it in ages. I think this is another one I'm not going to let go of and hand to my mum. I'm doing way better than I thought in this declutter. I know obviously this percentage-wise is not amazing, but I wasn't really prepared to let go of any of this apart from this blush, to be honest. So I'm not sure if the camera got the last bit, but I decided to keep the last Super Shock shadows because I'm not quite ready to let go of it. But let's go through the rest. So I actually ended up getting rid of a lot more than I thought. I got rid of this Super Shock shadow. Well, it's technically Super Shock shadow. It's the Stila Glitter and Glow, but I have it to put it into there. That one is going to go. Something that I'm super surprised about is my Bobbi Brown Shimmer Bricks. That is also being decluttered. We have another blush right here, which is the Max Factor blush, which I'm panning at the moment, well, in 2024, in Gorgeous Berries. We have another eyeshadow here. This is the Burberry eyeshadow in Pale Barley. This one is also going to be decluttered. Super happy about that. We have this powder from NYS in the shade Brilliance, which is a banana powder. It's just too yellow for me, so I'm decluttering that. We have 2 more base products right here. We have the Monoskin Perfecting Tint in medium, as well as my concealer from Too Faced in Born This Way. It's in the shade Taffy, by the way. It's way too deep for me, so I'm going to declutter that. I thought about using it as a cream bronzer for a while, but I'm not gonna, so I'm decluttering that. And that is everything from this section. Again, obviously it's not amazing, it's not like the highest amount ever, but it's definitely more than I thought, because the only thing I was thinking I was going to declutter is the Max Factor blush. So happy with that. It's not the most cutthroat, but I've had the cutthroat declutters in the past, and I'm pretty happy with where my collection sits now, and I do really like all the products that are in it, so it's harder and harder to declutter every year. But I'm going to wrap up the video here. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.